Hello, everyone. Today we are here with Miranda. Miranda is one of our peer support leaders here at Canadian Mental Health, but she's also the individual who works up at the hospital for the TDM program. And so today we wanted to just introduce you to the TDM program and what it has to offer and how you get involved. So, hi, Miranda.
Hey.
So Miranda, if you could just tell us a little bit about what does TDM stand for, I guess, first, because we usually throw these acronyms around and expect that people know what they are and they don't. So
TDM, it is the transitional discharge model. So it really, it's basically discharge planning for when you are out of hospital. So we work with you on planning what's it going to look like. How are you connected to CMHA, if you even are, and how can we support your transition from hospital to community. So when I explain this program to really anyone, I try to give you a visualization of what it can look like. So we as the peer team, we are the bridge from hospital to community. So walk alongside me. When you know you're going to be discharged off the unit, let's go and get you connected to whatever it is that you need, whether it be, housing, case management, peer support, anything like that, right? So we're kind of the go-to people to expand your connections in the community.
okay. So if I wanted to be connected with the TDM program, do I have to be connected with CMHA first, or is this something that I can just access on its own?
So no, you don't have to be connected to CMHA at all. It is a referral process. So how it works, every admission on the unit is different, and I can't speak for how that looks when you are admitted onto L500, the mental health unit. But when you are admitted and you've got your room, you're all settled in, I gently come in and explain who I am, first of all, and how we can help. So it's really interesting that to hear a lot of people don't know about a lot of the services that CMHA offers, and that's why I think it's so cool that you've been doing these interview videos, because it's explaining what we do and how we do it and how we can help. So it's a referral process. So if I'm not on the unit, because I'm only there a couple days a week, just for a short time, then we have a great partnership with the social worker on the unit and all staff on the unit, and they speak of CMHA as a whole and brainstorm, what is it that this individual might need that we can help with that they don't have. They don't have all the resources that we have as a community agency. So it's a planning process. So it's basically a very quick and easy referral, but we want to know, what is it that you are expecting out of this? We have to have goals and a plan for when you are out of hospital. And that's also where there's a form when you're on the unit called a PODS, so patient-oriented discharge summary. You get that form every time you're on the unit, and it's filled out by you. And I'm actually going to bring you inside because I have a train coming, and that's not good. So you would fill out the PODS form, and it's actually very similar to the referral form for TDM. So I like to use the two of them together to plan what's it going to look like when you're out of hospital. So basically, all it takes is you as the patient, your consent to be connected. That can be done with me with a referral form, or with usually with Alyssa. She's the social worker on the mental health unit, and we fill out the form, figure out, you know, what it is that you're looking for, what areas you need assistance with, and how can we help. So it's really just like a meet and greet and an explanation of, you know, here's what we can offer and here's how we can help.
Is there a way to get connected with TDM if I had been in hospital previously and I hadn't been connected with TDM? How can I do that if I've already been discharged from hospital? Is it possible for me to still be part of the TDM program, or what does that look like, or how can you help me if I didn't get that service while I was in the hospital?
Yeah, so you can absolutely get connected with TDM or peer support, basically, as a whole. So how it normally works is we would just kind of chat about your admission, your previous admission. How did it go? How was your experience? And then it's interesting to hear from the staff too, right? So I may reach out to the staff on the unit. You know, how was their stay in hospital? You know, what areas were challenges then, and then seeing what areas are challenges now for them. It's a partnership. That's what this whole program is. It's a partnership with the hospital. So, and it's helping the individuals who access the hospital and also need to access or already access services with CMHA. So no, you don't have to have that initial contact with me on the unit. It can be afterwards. And in fact, we've had a few handful, I guess, of referrals that were not through hospital. It was through conversations talking about the TDM program and then getting them referred while they're out of hospital, which I think is so awesome because I can get, you know, I can start talking about numbers and this could go on forever, but it's really, really interesting. And we've had some great experiences. Megan, I know we can probably think of a couple patients or / peers now that they've not gone back into hospital.
No.
And, you know, it was a frequent readmission, and, you know, a goal of theirs now is to not go back into hospital. And there have been some really, really great stories and great progress with
Goosebump stories, I call them. They always give me goosebumps because they're so exciting. And I know that I'm working with an individual who has been able to stay out of the hospital and working on her sharing her story. And I can't wait for her to be able to do that and hope to share it on our Facebook page when that comes. Because I think it's important for people to see the success and to understand that they're not alone, right? Many people are readmitted to hospital often. And through this program and through peer support and TDM, we're able to help those individuals to stay well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's great, and it's a quick and easy process to get connected. So
what's the purpose of TDM then? Like, I know you kind of touched on that a little bit, but if you had to put it all into one sentence, let's think of a sentence that would just say, what is the purpose of this program?
You know what I think now that you've asked the question out loud is, and we talk about it all the time, is like personal responsibility, right? So we are on the unit and at our agency, ready to serve, ready to help. And so, okay, you know, you're on the unit for whatever reason, many reasons, and you don't know about TDM or peer support or CMHA services. So the whole idea of the transitional discharge model is to get you connected so that you don't have to go back into hospital when this situational crises or whatever it is comes up again. You are equipped with tools in the community to support yourself so that you don't have to go into the hospital. Because let's face it, no one wants to go into the hospital for really anything. It's, you know, but when you've lost control over, you know, a physical injury or, you know, a mental health crisis or whatever it is. It's not just mental health. No one wants to go into the hospital for anything really.
Well, and I think one of the things that are important that people know is that it doesn't have, like, it's not always a mental health crisis that you've been struggling with for a long period of time. We all have situations that happen in our life
Yeah.
and that we don't have control over, and they do affect our mental health. And maybe it's situational and not a diagnosable issue. But like, I've been close to having to go to hospital in my past, and I managed to get through it. But I'll tell you, if there was a program like this, it would certainly make things a lot easier.
Right. So it's almost like, I don't know. I guess the first thing that comes to mind is when you're watching a movie and then it stops and it buffers. We're almost like that buffering period before you move on. So it's either going to go good or it's going to go one way or another, right? So
Yeah.
if you can access some kind of service to kind of be that buffer to then figure, okay, is it time to go into the hospital or can we do this, right? So it's really just another wellness tool, I guess, to throw into your toolbox to access, right? So instead of immediately opting to go to hospital for something, if it is within your control, then maybe looking at accessing, the peer support or walk-in, or again, TDM, we can send referrals through for case management, brief case management. So there are so many options. It's just a matter of getting connected.
So I guess maybe we'll just touch a little bit on, I'll give you a scenario. I'm in a hospital. I filled out the referral form. You weren't there that day. The social worker had talked to me about the TDM program. They filled out the referral and it's been sent to CMHA now. What happens then?
So basically what happens is, and I suppose so when I'm on the unit as well, I also get a patient list. So what I do with that information is I then try, because I'm not there every single day, I have to come up with some kind of a system to figure out, okay, when's Meghan going to be discharged from hospital? Because I'm not going to be back until next Tuesday. And we've got, 4 days in between. I've got to figure this out. So what I do is I will then keep track. I'm monitoring. I'm staying connected with the hospital, and then I will then find out, okay, Meghan's been discharged, so let's connect. I always like to try to connect 24 to 48 hours after discharge, because you are your most vulnerable during those first 2 days of discharge. It's it's a big thing. You've been in the hospital for however long, and you've been discharged back to where you were when you went into hospital. So let's try to connect very quickly and get something set up for you. It doesn't matter what it is, anything, any connection, as soon as you're out of hospital. So basically how this works is we would reach out to you, the peer team would reach out to you, connect with you. We always now ask about your pods. Did you fill out a pods? We usually have them sent to us, or I get a copy of it when I'm on the unit. And we use that because it's filled out by you. This is a person-centered document. So we'll look through it and see, okay, so you listed getting connected with CMHA as a goal. So congratulations, we're connected. How can we help? What are some personal goals that you've set for yourself that you need to work on that we can help you with? So it's really just getting to know you and getting to know what we can do to support you. Whether that even be getting you referred to another program that's outside of CMHA. We're that first step of just getting connected. So just chatting about goals and things that you need to work on, and then starting to work on those things with you.
What an amazing feeling it would be to leave hospital and know you're not alone. Know that there is going to be somebody checking in. There is going to be somebody to help me find my way through this system. especially for individuals who this is their first hospital stay, this is their first breakdown, this is their first situation where they've had to be hospitalized. Not a lot of people start struggling with their mental health a lot later in life, so it's kind of just turns on at a certain point and you don't know what to do with it. So it's kind of like that hand holding of, let's walk through this system together and not just give you a list of doors to knock on. And I love that about CMHA is never the wrong door. It doesn't matter if you showed up here for an eye doctor appointment, we will make sure you get to your eye doctors. And
Yeah,
and that's something I love about here, and that does happen often.
it does.
Yeah.
It does. But those moments are some of the best, right?
Yeah.
You know, it's humiliating, you know, when someone walks in the wrong door and they're like, oh, I'm here for my eye appointment. Oh, no, you're not, but let's get you there.
Yeah.
Right? Someone just saying, no, you're not, you're at the wrong spot. Go find it. Right.
What a
So
terrible feeling that must be.
yeah, so it's great to just be connected. So I guess for those of you who are watching this who maybe have not experienced a hospital stay or anything like that, um, ask questions. You know, who knows what's going to come out of sharing this video. Even going into hospital is very daunting, but sometimes it's needed. There's no shame in that at all. And you know, if you find yourself on the mental health unit and you remember, oh, TDM, ask questions. The staff there have been, you know, I've talked to them over and over and over again about what we can do as an agency as a whole. I've seen a lot of wonderful progress in the, you know, last even 6 months of just the connection and the collaborative work, and just how amazing it really is when we are able to work together as two separate, well, I guess agency versus hospital, right? So it's been really, really great to see the success and the communication and how strong it really is when we come together and work together for the individuals who are accessing the services, because that's what we're employed for, right? We're working for you. So anyways, yeah, just ask questions. I might even share the PowerPoint maybe on the Facebook page, just so it's, you know, instead of seeing us just kind of talk about it, you've got words and just the numbers and stats and all of that stuff in front of you, because it's really interesting stuff. So I'll be happy to share that.
And it'll be nice too for individuals, if you are curious or you know of someone who maybe the TDM could help, just connecting with us, call us at the office. Our contact information is here on our website, on our Facebook page. It's on our website as well, I'm sure, but just calling us and connecting and asking us questions. We have had a lot of program success of programs that we've run here, like RAP, that have also helped those stays at the hospital. So the Wellness Recovery Action Plan, having that already spelled out about your needs and wants and things that you need to do for yourself as well to set you up for a positive hospital stay. Something that you have a little more control over. So we would be happy to have those discussions with anybody if you wanted to connect with us about those. So Miranda, thank you for joining us from your kitchen in your backyard and your kitchen. And someday you'll get a train schedule.
Yeah.
You have a great day and thanks so much.
See you, everyone.
Okay, bye.